The garden of God. Hear this. Every precious stone was your covering. The sad is that all these stones are the ones that typify or type the stones that are on the priest's garment. How art that fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art that cut down to the ground, which this weakened the nations? There is a problem here. Because if you weaken the nations, and yet he was cut down in verse number 2, that means there were nations before God said, let there be light. But I didn't miss it. I don't know if you're getting this now. There were whole civilizations, whole nations, and the Bible says you are cut down. There is a race called the Adamic race that God concentrated on, said, this one is the only one I'm making in my image. Now when that race came in, they thought we are the only ones on earth. We definitely know that Jesus is the last Adam after God's image. So when the Bible says the last Adam, it's talking about the final in a series. So when we take that word, it means there were not 2 Adams, there were 3. More than 2. Many series, many versions of the same one. The first one is Adam, just made from soil, nothing more. Not in the image of God. Then Adam comes in the image. That's a qualifier. Let us create men in our own image. We know we've been making men, but this one, all these have been failures. But now we want to create something here. And when they messed up, watch this. I don't know if you're getting this. The Bible says, and God regretted that he made a human being. And what did he say? He said, I'm going to send what? Water, a flood. Verse number 2 of Genesis chapter number 1. And God said, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the what? The deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the flood that was there. Water was covering the surface of the earth. Something had happened that is exactly like the time of Noah.
So Adam was not the first man. The pre-Adamic man was a creature that has the capacity to host the fullness of God. Now there's something about the creation of man. Man, in God's original intent, was to release a certain creature that God had built a certain capacity that is latent within that creature to contain, to host the fullest nature, essence of God. So God in times would remodify, would genetically remodify to advance the man into another stage of existence.